Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. It's 9 a.m., which means it is time for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the Senior Minister at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is, of course, an inclusive and loving spiritual center in Tucson, Arizona. And we are a community that joins together for the purpose of exploring the principles of New Thought in order that we may master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. That's what we're all about. And the mindful moment is one of the ways that I engage in that purpose. The mindful moment is an opportunity to engage in spiritual practice, in particular, the practice of affirmative prayer, and considering spiritual ideas as well. And that's what I'm here to do. And I do this on a consistent basis, Monday through Thursday at 9 a.m., because what I have found is that consistency in my spiritual practice has enhanced the quality of my life. And so that's what I am here to do, to enhance the quality of life. And whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. I always love to see those comments come through. I do, of course, offer this reminder. Every time I see you, I want to remind you. I'm here to remind you. And I invite you to take this in as though perhaps you've never heard it before, even though you've probably heard me say it before. But imagine this as though you're hearing it for the very first time. I know this truth about you. You are love. You are light. You are life. You are light. Did I say light already? I got lost. Scott's sitting over there. He's like looking at me like, are you crazy? You are love. You are light. You are life. But here's what I also truly know about you. You are magnificent. And I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence. Keep doing that. I think I also got a little distracted because our cats are like running back and forth. We have a hallway over here, and the cats are like running back and forth, chasing each other through the hallway, being a little crazy this morning. So let's reach out and say hi. Jerry, you've submitted a comment, and I'm always delighted to see a comment come through. Reverend Jerry Stratemeyer, morning blessings to you. Grateful to see you this day. Do keep those comments coming through. As they come through, though, this is what has been on my mind to talk about. So today is a holiday in the United States and in Canada. Having once been a resident of Canada, I know that this is a holiday for Canada as well. The holiday is Labor Day, and I am the proud member of some labor unions, some guilds, I should say, in this world. I am a member of the acting unions, SAG-AFTRA, as well as Actors Equity. And I like the idea of the collective bargaining as a spiritual idea, because I personally believe that when we lift up and support each other, that we are doing great work in the world. And so I am very, very supportive of the idea that these are organizations that are here to support all their members and support, the world at large in a way that does not, have the imbalance of the haves and the have-nots, I'll call them. So yeah, today's spiritual idea is really around supporting one another. How do we support? How do we care for one another? I think that's a really strong spiritual practice, to be in care of people in our lives. Now, there's a couple things to know about that. First of all, we do encourage the care of the self in order that we may support others, because you cannot fill from an empty cup, it is said. And so we must also be willing to care for ourselves and to not burn ourselves out in support of others. I did a musical when I was in college. It was a musical called Dragons. And I can't, cats are going crazy. The musical was called Dragons. And it was based on, what was it based on? It was based on stories from Russia, from centuries ago. And one of the big culminating songs in that was a song called Take Care of One Another. And it was an encouragement that we do take care of one another, that we do work in the direction of community care. And that's what I think is also important about the nature of like a spiritual community like Unity of Tucson. We're a spiritual center And it is my desire that we are all supporting and caring for one another in that paradigm. You know, there's an idea that I really try to maintain in my life, that even though the spiritual philosophy is awesome, I love the spiritual philosophy. Most of the time, people seek out spiritual community not for the philosophy, but for the community. And so, what are we doing in service and support and care of one another? Caring for one another is a spiritual practice. And so, that's what I'm focused on today. How do we care for one another? What do you think? I want to say hi to Anita. I see that you are on the road, trusting that your travel is safe and secure and blessed. Yeah, cats have zoomies. They do indeed. Hi, Roberta. Grateful to see you as well. So let's take this notion of care, community care, and consistent community care, and supporting one another into the practice of affirmative prayer. If it is safe for you to, the cats really do have zoomies, right? Yeah, my husband is nodding yes. Let's take this into the practice of affirmative prayer. If it's safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I invite you to do so. Simply relax right where you are, and let us acknowledge and root our minds and hearts into this understanding. The understanding that I hold firm in my resolve is this: there is only one infinite source, one infinite power, one infinite creative energy. There is only one magnificent quantum field. There is one unfoldment. There is God and nothing else. And irrespective of the names that we give to try to describe this thing itself, it is beyond language. For the infinite can never be contained by any limited idea. And so I choose to expand the awareness and unlimit the conscious ideas. I let go of any limited notion of the divine. And I settle my mind and heart into the feeling tone. I trust and know that God is experienced in the feeling. It is beyond the intellect. It is beyond limited ideas. It is beyond. And yet it is fully expressing itself in the here and now by means of all that is. And so everything universally is the outflow of the divine. And this is inclusive of each and every one of us. We are the outflow of divinity. We are the expression of the impression of love upon itself. We are facets of God. For there can be nothing separate from. There is only this goodness, this light, this flow. And so I know that this unity, this unified wholeness is expressing itself in terms of multiplicity. It is expressing itself in terms of unique expression. Universally, it is flowing forth. So from this construct of mind, rooted in the heart space, in the feeling tone, I hold firm in my own faith that there is always room for greater support, and that we are empowered with and encouraged in the support of one another as this collective wholeness. And so I trust and know that decisions I make today are in support of the greater good, the highest expression of everyone whom I encounter. Every single person that I encounter, I hold in high regard, trusting and knowing that my consciousness and the actions that flow forth from my consciousness are in support of their fullness of expression. For we are in this together, each and every one of us. And I trust and know that each and every one of us approaches this ideal in our own unique, individualized way. I choose to be filled through my expression and experience of community, common unity. And as I do so, I let go of any notion that is unlike this, and I do so with a grateful and appreciative heart. This appreciation overflowing from within informs the expression and the experience. And so I simply let it be in full acknowledgement that this word spoken is complete in its outflow. I let it be, trusting in what flows forth. I let it be, and I affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so it is. Well, always a delight to share time with you. I want to say hi to Cindy. Happy Labor Day. Good morning. Grateful for you. Grateful to be here. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. for the Mindful Moment, and look forward to having you join me then as well. Always a delight to share time with you. And don't forget the rant on Fridays at 9:30 Pacific time. Lots of ways that you can be engaged and involved. So always glorious to connect with you. That's it. Oh, don't forget that we have a concert. If you're in Tucson and you want to come and enjoy a concert that is described as combining the silly and the sacred, which I love. I want to, life is meant to be fun. And so, sacred does not always mean we have to be sacred. It can be silly and lighthearted and joyful. But we have Celia Farron, who's going to be our guest on Sunday morning at Unity of Tucson Spiritual Center's Sunday morning celebration. And also she will be in concert at 4 p.m. This coming Sunday, September 8th. We would love to see you there. If you get your tickets in advance by calling the office, which is closed today for Labor Day, but you can call during the week. Tickets are $20 in advance. They will be $25 at the door. And grateful that this is a co-production with Center for Spiritual Living Tucson, working in the direction of Reverend Ronnie Tretzven, and I are working in the direction of really doing combined activities for our spiritual communities, because I believe there is strength in common unity. See how that works? So yeah, join us on Sunday. Don't forget also tacos and trivia. We made the announcement yesterday that tacos and trivia with Tempest du Jour is going to be delayed. We were supposed to have that on September 21st. Wipe that out of your calendar. Reschedule it. It is October 5th. And grateful for that. Yeah. So there we are. All right. Peace and blessings to you. I will see you all again tomorrow. Make your day magnificent. And know you are magnificent, not because of anything you do. It is truly just the core of who you are. Bye, everybody.